Hello and welcome to the Veterans Rally Point podcast, the podcast created by veterans for veterans and their families. And now from the Easterseals Veterans Rally Point studios in Norwich, Connecticut, here are your hosts.
Hi, it's Mary on the mic. I am so glad to be hanging out here at our Veterans Rally Point Peer Group Night. We meet every Wednesday from 4 to 6. The attendees actually have a excellent free buffet dinner every Wednesday night, compliments of Hazel, our kitchen manager. So tonight we're doing about a 5 or 10 minute chat. I figure we're going to call it the flag chat, the flag side chat.
There we go.
You think of Franklin D. Roosevelt in the fireside chats? Well, guess what? We're doing flag side chats. So to take it off, who do I have the pleasure of talking to tonight?
Well, I'm Patty Cox, and I served the United States Army from 1974 to 1977, and I was in the medical field and worked as an operating room technician, and went to Texas, Germany, Massachusetts. I went all over the place. And because of my training in the Army, I went to nursing school afterwards and was able to test out of a nursing class and got done earlier. And it was a great experience, learned a lot, and very proud of it.
Okay. What is the one thing that you learned that really surprised the heck out of you?
Everything I learned in Germany, in charge of a dispensary, that helped me. It was a big surprise with what I got to do in the military life as opposed to in the civilian life. It was a very good experience, and I learned a lot.
Very good.
My training.
So of all the things you learned in the military, what did you bring home? What do you do now all the time?
Well, I'm a retired registered nurse.
Okay.
For 35 years. And so I'm just enjoying myself here in Connecticut and Veterans Rally Point.
Yep.
And American Legion Commander and Norwich Area Veterans Council. I've learned it all.
Yes, you are. She's totally getting involved with all that. So let me just ask you this one last question. If you had one word to describe your life while you were in the military, what is that one word?
Proud.
Proud? Very good.
Proud.
Very good. And the last part of that is, how do you feel like being a veteran today?
Very proud. Very proud. And
Very
honored.
good.
And honored. Yep.
Very good.
Yep.
So what is the one major achievement that you're most proudest of while you were in the service?
My Army Commendation Medal.
Your Army Commendation Medal?
Yeah, in Germany.
How did that happen?
Well, I was in charge of the dispensary, and I revamped their process room, sterile process room. It was a mess, and working in surgery and knowing all this stuff, I was able to revamp the whole thing to make it a good flow, cleaner flow.
Very good. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
No, I really enjoyed the service, and I want to thank you all for your time.
Thank you for being here.
It has been a pleasure. So,
what is the funniest thing that happened to you?
In the service?
In the service. Must have been a funnier time, or too many.
No, just watching like in basic training, some of the women didn't know how to use a buffer, and they would just take off with it, and they'd go and fall. And I knew how to use it because I've used them before.
Yep.
And just watching them was a riot. And playing a song, making a song for the basic training to the Army cadence song and the words I came up with.
Oh, okay.
That was just wonderful.
Yep.
A wonderful time.
Very good. Well, I think that's it for now. We're going to talk to your husband, who you met at the same time
in Texas.
Texas. Okay, thanks. It was great seeing Patty. Now we're going to be meeting her husband, Bob. And Bob is actually going to be interviewed by one of our other podcast students, Ben. So take it away, Ben.
Thanks, Mary. She just finished up interviewing Patty. And right now, who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I'm Patty's husband, Bob Cox.
Bob, it's very nice to meet you. What does the 4th of July mean to you? What does it mean as a veteran? What does it mean as a person?
Our freedom.
Our freedom.
Patriotism.
That's good to hear. And where did you serve and what branch?
I was in the United States Army, went in 1973. First went to boot camp in Fort Knox, Kentucky. Then got transferred to Fort Hood, Texas, the 2nd Armored Division, which is Hell on Wheels. I was a gunner on a tank.
I had a buddy who was a tanker, and it sounded like the coolest job ever. I was stationed in Fort Sill, right above Fort Hood. When they sent me to it, I'm like, there's nothing around it. But
Right.
I realized it wasn't the location for me, it was the people. And I'm just wondering, is there any one person from your career in the military that kind of stands out to you that you can remember, whether he taught you a good lesson or he just taught you to be a better person?
The only person I can think of, met him when I was in Fort Hood. His name was John Douglas. We became very, very close the whole time. In fact, we were both shipped to Europe together.
Okay.
And we got the same duty station while we were in Europe.
I wish I could have made better lifelong friends. I only did one term of service, and maybe if I would have joined when I was younger. When did you join?
November of 1973.
How old were you?
I was 18 years old, out of high school.
Now, see, I had the benefit when I joined. I had the internet. I could look everything up. I could find what job I wanted. Did you want to be a tanker? Did your recruiter trick you into it, or?
He didn't trick me into it.
Okay.
The reason I went into tanks was I was one of the first soldiers in those days. They had what they called a bonus baby. In order to get the bonus after boot camp, you had to sign up for a combat arms unit.
Oh.
That's how I got into tanks. I wanted that bonus because that was a lot of money in '73.
How much was the bonus?
$2,500.
I would love to know what that's adjusted for inflation. That has to be something
It
really
was
nice.
a lot of money back then.
And then you were married. Where'd you meet your wife?
I met my wife in Fort Hood, Texas. She was a blind date.
Who set you up?
A buddy of mine that I knew down there. He said, "Hey, I'm going out with my girlfriend, and she's got a friend, and she needs a date." That's how we met.
And how long have you guys been married for?
52 years.
Oh my God! What's the key to making a relationship last that long, or what advice would you give to me? I'm trying to look for hopefully somebody else, and what can I do?
She's always right. Whatever the case may be, agree with her. It works.
That's really nice. I've learned that from my years of dealing with other people. It's you can be agreeable, but then it's also being friendly, being mindful, realizing everything's like a bank account. You just can't take. Every once in a while, you gotta give.
Absolutely.
And it was wonderful talking to you, Bob. And anything else you'd like to share?
Well, just wanted to say that after Fort Hood, we got sent to, at least I did, to begin with, we got sent to Europe. I served on the Czechoslovakian border for 2 years.
How was Europe?
It was wonderful. I got to see all the countries while I was stationed over there. We've done a lot of traveling.
I wish I would have done more traveling. They sent me to Fort Sill, and I just got a bad taste in my mouth. I didn't like the artillery and them just kicking up all the dust, and maybe I should have made a career out of it. How long were you in for?
I was in for 4 years active duty.
How many?
4 years active duty.
40?
Four.
Okay. I was about to say 40. Oh my God.
2 years in active duty, and then when I got out, I joined the 248th Engineer Company right in the industrial park here, and I was with them for 3 years. So I have a total of at least 8-9 years.
Wow.
In the military.
That's something I wish I would have done more of. If I would have joined sooner, that would be something that would have happened. All right, Bob, thank you for being with us. And I think Mary has another guest for us.
Thanks, Ben. Well, we're continuing our Bob store. I have another Bob. What service were you in?
Army.
And how many years were you there?
6.
6 years. And what was your rank?
I got out as a sergeant.
As a sergeant. What motivated you to go into the Army?
Like I said, I was in high school at a tough area, a tough time in the 60s. And a lot of my friends were all joining. And my father was a decorated veteran from the Philippines, World War II.
Okay.
And my father-in-law was a decorated veteran from Italy.
So you've had a lot of military
I had
family.
military talk over the years and stuff, and then it was the thing to do. I mean, I had a large family, and my father said, "You're getting too big.
Yep.
You eat too much."
So in the
So
service
off
you
to
went.
the Army I went.
Off to the Army went.
And what happened, I don't know if you can see my shoes, but after I got indoctrinated, and I ended up in Fort Bliss, Texas for my basic training,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't have any boots. And you can't do marching, running, physical, everything that comes together with your basic training needed boots.
So what happened?
Well, they let me, I ended up being the OD driver. I was driving the captain around.
Okay.
But I still participated in all of the Army functions, but I didn't run, march, or...
Did you ever get a pair of boots?
They got a pair about 3 weeks later, and they were so narrow I couldn't get them on. They were the right size.
Yep.
So by the time they caught up with me, I was done with basic training.
Exactly.
So
wow.
And then this particular captain, they nominated, well, they appointed me to go to clerk typist and sergeant of for supply. A supply
Well, that's
sergeant.
what I was going to ask you. What was your primary job when you were in?
Well, I ended up mostly as a supply sergeant.
Okay, very good.
And as that, when I got transferred, this captain, he got transferred just by the stroke of luck.
Same time you did.
He was from Vietnam, and he got shot up pretty bad.
Oh wow!
And he had a heroin problem, and he was serious. I mean, he was on the. These guys that I go to the VA today, and you see a lot of these guys that went through what he went through. He's dead now, God bless him.
Wow.
But so I took to this. He took to me, and he wanted to drink a little. So he told me, "You get one canteen, take care of me every day, and you'll have it made." So again, I did all of the required stuff to be, go to school and stuff.
Right.
But the boots that I had still weren't right. So he says, "You're with me." So I ended up being his OD.
Okay.
Again. And,
very good.
That was it was a great opportunity to it was a big learning curve for me to meet this guy. He was a black guy.
Yep. So he basically became the one unforgettable guy.
But it was just very interesting how he got into the service. He got drafted, and he did a few important things in the war. He was in for 8 or 9 years at the time, and he got promoted twice to the captain rank when he got shot up. And then he ended up in different hospitals for a couple of years before I met him.
Wow.
And they didn't want to discharge him. His wife was very involved in his recovery, and they just wanted him in the military to try to get him weaned down, to get him to be a normal person.
Wow.
And he was a great guy.
Yeah.
But, it was...
So what was one of your favorite places that you had been to?
Oh, when I went to Arizona, the mountains, I was in Fort Huachuca.
Okay.
It's in Cerro Vista, Arizona, but right at the base of the mountains. It was a missile range, and we used to shoot missiles out of it. Oh, that's what it was.
Okay.
And, they when they test fired, they used to shoot out from Arizona into the Atlantic somewhere. I mean, it was a couple thousand miles. But yeah, that was that, you know. And I enjoyed my military time. I met a lot of guys. I keep in contact with a couple still.
Okay, I was just going to ask you that too.
Yeah,
And we do
guys
have
in
to,
Arkansas.
yeah, and we do have to wrap up now. So I do have one last question. Could you give me one word as to describing your experience when you were in the service? One word.
One word. It's changed a lot over the years by word. Today, I would say it's the greatest thing I ever did.
Good. And how do you like being a veteran today?
The VA, I loved the VA. The VA
Nice.
has saved my life once already.
Very
And
good.
I had stage 4 cancer, and I'm clean.
Oh, nice. Very good.
And they really take good care of me. And for anybody that's a young kid today, I say join the service, get the benefits.
Very good.
You
Well,
know,
thank you very much, Bob.
Thank you.
And I think Ben is with another guest
You got another
now.
one.
Ben?
Thank you, Mary. And we have more Bobs on the list, but I decided to go with somebody else. Thina?
Yes.
I got the name right.
You did.
I am so bad with names. I'm trying to get better. So today's the celebration of the 4th of July here because you guys unfortunately won't be open that day. You work here? You're at the front desk?
I am.
How long have you been here for?
I got hired. I became a member in October of 2022. And I got hired to work the front desk in December of 2022.
What do you like about working the front desk? What part of that do you enjoy, or is it just something to do?
I believe I enjoy it because of the interaction with the people that come through the door.
Okay.
One of my joys and my skill set is to be able to connect people from either whether it's enrichment, like getting to do something they never got to do before,
Yep.
or information or help that they might need.
Are you good with talking to people? Because that's actually why I'm doing this, because I suck at talking to people.
I am good at talking with people.
Any hints, any tips for people? Like, I'm so shy. Like, I didn't understand what, like, fear of public speaking was, but now as I'm trying to talk to people, I do now understand the fear. What makes it easy for you?
Just understanding that they're just being open to whatever they're bringing. It's about them. So you make it about them, and you put yourself to the side, and that they sense that, and they open up a little. And body language.
That's something
like open hand.
I learned from one manager a while back, because I guess one of the ethnicities there was very body language or facial expressions, and that's something I never understood until he told me that. I'm like, oh, my face says a lot.
Yes. And smile. Always always open with a smile when they come at you. With a smile and say, greeting, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and they immediately relax.
Okay. And you're a veteran?
I am.
When did you serve? Why did you decide to enlist?
Well, when did I serve? I enlisted in 1983.
Okay.
I had in the Army, and I had no real direction outside of getting out of high school.
I was the same thing. I didn't know what to do.
Okay. I had no real direction, so I realized I didn't know what to do. So someone said, well, you can always go in the service.
Yep.
And I said, oh, well, okay, and I get paid for it. And so that's what I did. I went and enlisted, and 2 weeks later, I was in Fort Jackson.
Oh, Relaxing Jackson. I went
Relaxing
there too.
Jackson.
It was amazing.
New Hollywood. Old Hollywood, sorry, Old Hollywood.
And then how long were you in for?
I was in for 9.5 years.
Okay. Is there any one moment or person that sticks out to you? For me, it was Sergeant Benny Ailes. He didn't have to stick up for people. He didn't have to go above and beyond. But like when he'd do my barracks inspection, he would come in and lay on the floor. And if he didn't have to wipe himself off, he's like, you've seen my place. It's clean. You know when it should be clean. And he taught me, like, you can be a human. You can be a person. You just don't have to be a supervisor. You just don't have to be in charge. Is there anything?
Well, I would tell you that the person that stood out to me is the person that I married.
Oh, okay.
So I met my husband in, it's called A school. It's your first school that you go to.
Yep.
And
They call it AIT, but yes.
AIT, yep, or yes, AIT. I met my husband there. He was in the same class I was.
Okay.
And we met and we just kept meeting and dating in AIT is like dating in the real world, except fast forward 20 times more because you see each other every day.
Yes.
So we got engaged within 2 months.
Okay.
And then we waited to get married till 8 months later, but we got engaged.
You were responsible. You were responsible. That's
Well,
good to hear.
thank you. And I did my 9.5 years, and he went into the Coast Guard instead of staying in the Army.
Okay.
And then I became a military spouse as well as, wearing a uniform myself.
Gotcha. And now, right before this, we did the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yes.
What does that mean to you? Do you like? I know some schools don't even do it anymore. Like,
No, they don't. But I think what it means to me is that you're reaffirming your belief that you will defend the flag. You will defend. You. It's not a matter if you will. It's a matter of when you will. You've already dedicated yourself to that.
well, thank you. And now, I have Athena stuck in my head. I am so bad with
You're correct. You can call me Athena.
Athena, right?
Like Athena.
Athena. Well,
yeah.
thank you for that, Athena. And I will get better with names.
Yep.
I promise. And I appreciate your time. And that was an amazing chat. And now we're actually, Mary on the mic decided to eat some wonderful food. I haven't even got the chance yet, and I am starving. So I'm actually going to throw it over to Richie, and he's going to interview our next Bob, of course.
Thank you, Ben. I'm Richard Russ. Served in the U.S. Navy, 1967 to 71. I was aviation electronics technician, and proud of my service. I'm here with Mr. Bob Denisha, and also a Navy veteran.
Yeah, Navy and Army National Guard.
Ooh, didn't realize
Did 'em
that.
both. Yep.
Is there something that stands out in the service that you'd like to tell us about?
Well, I'm from Connecticut, but I was able in '64 to go to boot camp in San Diego, avoiding the winter in Great Lakes. So even at 17 years old, I could make that decision. And then my first duty station in the Navy was in the middle of the Mojave Desert. We were 80
Wow.
miles from Death
The
Valley.
Navy brought you out to the desert.
Went to the desert for the Navy, yeah. Yeah, it was China Lake, NOTS, N-O-T-S, Naval Ordnance Testing. That's where they built and tested their missiles.
Okay.
And that's also where the Sidewinder was invented, for the air-to-air
Yep,
missile.
that's pretty famous.
So anyway, from there I went back to San Diego, and I was, by then, 1.5 years Southern California. I was a fully integrated Southern California boy. And the Navy then sent me to Bath, Maine for the winter. So that was quite an awakening.
Yeah, it's quite a change from California to Maine.
Southern California to Maine for
All
the
right.
winter.
That sounds
Yeah.
about right. Now, what does the 4th of July mean to you? Anything specific?
Oh, 4th of July, obviously, it's a great holiday. It means all of the conventional things like picnics and gatherings. But last year here in Norwich, the Leffingwell Inn, I heard for the very first time, believe it, in 78 years, someone actually read the Declaration of Independence out loud as part of their ceremony. And that's what the 4th of July means.
Okay.
And it's quite a document, and it was very bold. It was written in 1700s American/English, so some of it is rather hard to understand, but the message is what makes the 4th of July great. I remember 50 years ago with my mother going up in Bristol, Connecticut, celebrating the 200.
Okay.
And so it's celebrating the 250th, and I don't have her anymore, but brings back that memory. So that's very special also. So I love 4th of July.
I think a bunch of us fall in that category.
Yeah.
And what does Veterans Rally Point mean to you?
Well, I got introduced to the Veterans Rally Point. I don't know how, but I heard about it, and it was the first time I was here was the day of the grand opening.
Okay.
Veterans Day.
Yep. 2021.
2021. Yeah. So I was blown away by what this place represents, and ever since then, anytime I see someone with a military hat on, and I say, have you heard the Veterans Rally Point? And
usually they say no.
Most of the time the answer is no.
Yeah.
Right here in Norway.
Right.
It is a tremendous organization, and it cannot be overstated what it does. The only thing that is hard is that the younger people aren't as involved as I would like to see them. But I understand that the younger people are where we used to be with trying to support a family, pay the mortgage, have 15 different sports that 1 or 2 kids are involved in. So, but the younger veterans, whatever they could give us, we certainly appreciate.
We have saved the best for last, and Steve is here with our final guest.
Good job. Now, my guest here tonight, James Carradine, and he has quite a story to tell. Similar to mine in some respects, but different. Now, would you mind telling me how did you first get into the service?
I'd be happy to. I turned 18.
And you're at the top of the list.
My biggest sin. 2 weeks after graduation at NFA, they had 2 buses down at the post office in Norwich. And all of us that graduated 2 weeks earlier were getting onto that bus going down to the AFI station down in New Haven to look for draft status. In other words, were you physically fit? Could you be drafted or not? And that was the beginning of it. And at that particular time, much different than it is today. If my country wanted us, I was going.
Sure.
So I went down, I was following all the requirements for the draft.
Now, what year was that?
1968.
And that's about the time that I went in.
Okay.
But
my status was 1A. And I'll tell you what 1A means.
Sure.
1A means you did not have a girlfriend and you did not have a job. Because the first question that was asked of you when you met anybody was, what's your draft status? You said 1A, people walked away, or people said, I'm not going to waste my time training you to have you go off to Vietnam.
Yeah.
So we were paying a price from the very beginning.
Thank you very much, James, for being on our show. Have a happy 4th of July.
We're identical twins, and we want to wish you a happy 4th of July.
Thank you for watching or listening to the Veterans Rally Point podcast. For more information or to help us out, please visit veteransrallypoint.com and support these wonderful veterans. Thank you for watching, America.